I guess they know the full extent of it. So
yeah, apparently he's heavily involved with the writing of SmackDown, which awesome. That kind of makes sense why SmackDown's been doing better. But yeah, and honestly, he needs to have a life where he's not going to possibly have injury and he's still attached to wrestling. At least he's able to put people over and be safe at the same time.
Yeah, I don't know how much longer he's going to be able to go. I mean, I don't know, but at least he has something to back him up whenever he has to hang up his boots for good. Whenever he decides to do that, I mean, he's growing his family, and he's been doing it for wrestling for many, many, many years. So he's dealt with his injury. So it's a good backup plan for him. Why not?
Exactly.
He's got a good mind for wrestling, of course.
Yeah, exactly. And with him, I mean, he could definitely be an on-air personality with kind of like doing something like he did with Talking Smack and whatnot. But I could see him having a really good producer-writer role with WWE.
Yeah, absolutely. Hey, I do want. Oh, yeah.
Go ahead. What are you gonna say?
Oh, yeah, go ahead, man. Go ahead.
I was gonna say we recently talked about Ryback, and on Busted Open Radio, Hall of Famer called him out for being unsafe in the ring. It's gotten to a point where, granted, we could make the argument Punk was just an upset person with WWE, but if Mark Henry's coming out and saying he's unsafe in the ring, the dude was unsafe in the ring.
I have to go along. So I think there's somebody else that said the same thing too. Honestly, I'm gonna probably get a little heat for this one, but yeah, I try not to listen to too many things Ryback says. I know it sounds rude, whatever, but I'm calling it out. It's more or less always a negative stuff. I know he had a hard time with whatever he was doing back then with WWE, but it's like it's always a thing. So that's why I kind of just don't even sometimes worry about what's going on that side of the world. But I've heard Punk. I heard somebody else saying it too. Now I hear about Mark Henry saying it as well. So, So I don't know. Ryback's talked about he's not sure when he's going to go back to wrestling. He's working on projects, whatever that means. I mean, I know he has his health, some health stuff he's working. Not his health. I mean, health related. I don't know, workout stuff he's doing, projects. But he stays busy with that. But I mean, he had a good character. Not taking that away from him. He had a good character and showed some stuff in the ring. But I guess he was. It's been reported in the past and now as well, and not being too safe in the ring.
Mm-hmm.
But whatnot. But want to switch gears for a second. Impact Wrestling has a new commentary team, man. Which is Matt Striker and D'Lo Brown.
I was actually shocked to see D'Lo because I know Matt Striker has done commentary now for a while between several different companies. I think MLW was one of them. I know he was with WWE at one time, and actually I think Impact at one time doing commentary. I think he was recently part of, I think it was either AAA or New Japan. I can't remember which one, but he's been doing commentary for a while. So I think Matt Striker getting the job is a good thing. And Josh Matthews moving to producer is a good thing. And nothing against Madison Rayne, but I was really annoyed with her on commentary, so I'm glad she retired from that gig. As for D'Lo, I'm mainly shocked about it. But from what I've heard in different clips that I've heard from Hard to Kill, D'Lo seemed to be doing a pretty good job. I guess I want to give it a couple more shows to see if I really dig how he sounded on commentary.
I mean, he's got a good mind for the business. He used to be a producer for TNA. I don't know if he was still doing that before he took over the commentary team.
I think he was. I think he's still involved with it.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, I can understand. You got technically two former wrestlers. Obviously, D'Lo did it longer. So yeah, I think I haven't heard the commentary team yet, but looking forward to hearing how they are compared to Matthews and Madison Rayne. Madison Rayne, she retired from wrestling, I guess, and they saw the headline was she retired from Impact. So I don't know if that's gonna be she's gonna be in wrestling in the future or whatnot. But she's doing different business now.
Right. So, and with Impact, something else happened at a lot of things happened.
Oh
Hard to
yeah,
tell.
I heard there's a surprise debut.
Matt Cardona. So apparently, Ace Austin became like the Super X Cup, which I think is like their X Division, like King of the Ring style thing that they had going. I guess Ace Austin wanted to be thrown into the X Division match against I can't remember everyone that was in the match, but Manic was in the match as well for X Division Championship. Scott D. Moore comes out and he says, "Well, since you're ready, I went ahead and got someone that's always ready." Boom, Matt Cardona is on Impact. So, are we gonna get Matt Cardona and I can't remember what he goes by now? Kurt Hawkins, essentially.
Brian Myers.
Myers, thank you. Are we going to get Cardona and Myers tag team in Impact now?
I think it could be good, but I also want to see Cardona in singles as well.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I want to see more singles. Honestly, I think he needs and deserves that spot as well. So it'll be interesting. Mm-hmm. I'm sure they'll eventually go with Cardona and Myers to have a tag team, but depending on where they're going to go and in the future, we'll see. But yeah, I'm surprised to see that, but it's good that he got himself a spot on a main company, a big promotion. Yep. So good to see that, absolutely.
And Ethan Page is apparently upset with how his thing went at Hard to Kill too, because it wasn't edited to his liking apparently.
That was all about.
It's because he was facing himself. It was Ethan Page versus Karate Man, which is so it's kind of like Mankind Wrestling Do Love.
I see.
But I guess it wasn't edited as clean as he thought. There's a lot of mistakes.
Okay. Hey, the Midnight Express is getting inducted in the Pro Wrestling Hall of Fame this year.
Now, which one's that?
They're an old tag team.
Is it the one that Cornette managed? Yeah, I get Midnight Express and Rock and Roll Express completely confused with each other.
I'll tell you about. I'm sorry. This is Rock and Roll Express. I apologize. I get them mixed up too sometimes. I apologize. It's Rock and Roll Express that's getting inducted. That's right. My bad. Yeah.
What's with the group in the '80s having Express in their name?
I wish I could give you the answer on that one, but I can't.
Okay, this is Robert Gibson, Ricky Warren. These are the guys that showed up in AEW too. Yeah. Okay, yeah. I know who these are.
I found a little bit more about him from one of our first guests we had, David Britt. He's friends with those guys, and if y'all didn't check out that episode, we had that before right on the Christmas week. So it's Spider Group episode. You can find that in the archives. Anyways, yeah, they did some stuff, and they also did some stuff with TNA too, if I'm not mistaken, or at least Impact.
And I think WWE. I think they're
yeah, they did some stuff a bit a while back, but the most recent was in AEW for one night, and that was interesting. They deserve to be. I thought they were already in the Pro Wrestling Hall of Fame. Honestly, I thought they were, but that's shocking that they aren't already in there. But they're going to be in there this year, getting inducted, and
that's awesome.
Yeah, it is absolutely well deserved. Like I said, I'm just shocked they weren't already in there. They also going to have a few others going in there too. Come on, man. Wow, dang! They have Tony Atlas going to be in there. Okay, no, Tommy Rich. Sorry, that's all I really know from the list. But they have a number of them. They have some pretty good stuff and going in there. So congrats to all those ones going into the Pro Wrestling Hall of Fame this year. I really thought Rock and Roll Express is already in there. I just really thought they were, but anyways, yeah, really cool. So they haven't decided anything for WWE Hall of Fame this year yet, as far as I know of the Hall of Fame. But we'll hear about that here soon. What they're gonna do for the WWE Hall of Fame, but also I guess Ricochet, his contract is coming up, and he hasn't not re-signed yet.
I don't blame him one bit, given with how everything's going. I don't blame him one bit.
Yeah, there's just, he was doing good for a while, and then he's probably not exactly happy with the direction. And then of course he has a feud going on with Sorry, I can't hold that laugh in there. It was Retribution. I still can't get over them.
It's just insane how they completely bungled that.
I can't hold it. It's not the wrestlers I'm laughing at. It's the situation, the storyline. It's like
Well, it was completely messed up. They had a good thing going when they first got in there, and then WWE's like, okay, let's go ahead and tip this over now.
Yeah, I just like, and I looked at these guys, girls, you know, the facts coming in. I'm like, they make it sound like a threat. I'm like, they're not even a threat anymore. It's just there. They're just.
And T-Bar now is trying to start a Twitter feud with Sammy Guevara.
Yeah, I heard about that the other day. It was like,
which Sammy Guevara kind of owned him back, but you know,
yeah. I don't take Retribution seriously anymore. I just can't do it. Can't take them serious. It's just, and you know, just the storyline. You know, if they have Ali in there being a leader, I just still have a problem with part of it, but it just wasn't. I don't think the right guy to have in there. But you know, but the worst part of it was when they just WWE just ruined that so bad. I'm like, yeah, something so good going on. It's not even funny, but anyways,
they just know how to mess everything up.
They pull the rug under it too much. So, other than that, well, on to something more positive.
Right.
I'm just getting tired of seeing this stuff happening. It's like, all right, oh, never mind.
So, Impact and New Japan definitely look to be opening up into a working relationship, which is why Bullet Club and gear was worn by the Good Brothers and Omega, and it looked like Omega came out to his old New Japan music. But I guess even Impact was advertising New Japan Strong airing Friday nights at 10 p.m. on New Japan World. So that to me tells me they're working together. I honestly would like a three-way working agreement between Impact, New Japan, and AEW. Because in my opinion, if they're able to pull that off, that's really problematic for WWE.
In different ways, yeah. I mean, it definitely is. I mean, they're still going to look at themselves as they're always going to be the monster of wrestling. WWE, they're always going to be the head dog, but they still need to keep it going, you know. And working with three companies at one time, that'd be tough to beat, you know. I don't know a lot of people I don't really think anybody much in New Japan, so I would like to get to know some people inside that company, and they can wrestle for AEW and Impact. To be kind of cool to see some different people, get some opportunity, and you know, good exposure.
Especially if they're able to get it to a point where what's it called, Bullet Club to bounce from every promotion there, because you can kind of do an invasion thing. And I know they wanted to do a War Games type match called Blood and Guts. I mean, that's a good way to bring it in, is have all three, a representative like a 4-man tag team from every essentially company working that match. It would be awesome.
Absolutely.
But we'll see. We'll see what comes of that.
Yeah.
Omega is hyping up more the AEW video game coming out, or planning to come out, which from what I'm gathering, it's not going to be like a wrestling sim like WWE, which is perfectly okay. We don't need that. But what I would like to see them do is probably do something more like the Nintendo 64 games that both WCW and WWE had. You know, like your Revenges, your World Tours, your WrestleMania 2000, your No Mercy, something like that, where it could be all a fun game to actually play and have wrestling matches with.
You know, the World Tour makes a lot of sense, especially they bring in New Japan. They sign something with them long term.
Yeah.
It would make good sense to have that, and actually go on world tours, go out to Japan and different, just I think it'd be an interesting video game. I mean, I don't play the games myself, but it'd be kind of cool to have that around. I only play games when I'm video games when I'm down south with hanging out with KM, so I don't hang out with you. I don't get a chance to do all that, but it'd be kind of cool to bring out some good product for their games.
Mm-hmm. It would be it would be a good alternative to WWE style games.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely, I totally agree.